welcome back. Oh boy, it's Thursday. Thursday, April 9th, and it's very rainy and dreary out. And I don't know about you, but the isolation in this quarantine is getting very long. So I am going to do a quick little pick-me-up video for energy and helping to release negativity. So I'm going to start with the breath of fire. The breath of fire is a powerful breath. It helps to cleanse and strengthen the lungs, and it's also said to help purify the blood. That being said, if it feels like it's too much for you, feel free to sit with your natural breath, or maybe do a little breathing where you take a deep breath in and then a nice long focused exhalation. So those would be options if you feel that the breath of fire doesn't agree with you. A little demonstration on how to get started with it if you're new to it. Now, those of you that know breath of fire, go ahead and start. I'm going to have us go for about a minute. So if you want to start, you get to do it longer, and that's great. So if you're newer to it, start by just resting your hands right on your diaphragm, and you're going to be doing the breath through your nose. As you exhale, you're going to pull your belly in and push that breath out. And then as you release the belly, the breath's going to come in. So it's going to look like this. Not sure if you can see how my belly's moving, but I'm really pulling the diaphragm in and I'm pushing. And if you can hear it. So when you get it going, it's almost like a choo-choo train sound. And if you're new to it, I would suggest you keep your hands right on your diaphragm so you can really feel it. And if you're comfortable with it, you can line the pads of your fingers up right along the pads of your hands here. Open up your arms and feel like you're popping your thumbs right into a socket in the ceiling. And you'll feel how this pulls the space open across the lungs and the heart. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes, take your focus up and in toward the third eye point. And then I'm going to go for 1 minute of the breath of fire. Just do the best you can. Trying for an even inhalation, even exhalation. Halfway there. Keep going. Really work the belly. Now, deep breath in. Try to draw the thumbs over the crown. Engage Mula Bandha. Draw the pelvic floor up. Really pull up like you're pushing your energy from your base, sending it right up through your crown. Draw up, up, up. Open up your hands and let it go. And relax with the palms up and just let the energy of the breath of fire circulate. So breath of fire is an energizing breath. It's for building heat, helping to get toxins out of the body, and it's a good way to kind of get yourself to wake up and feel a little more energized. It's easy to sink into these depression and, oh, I just don't want to do anything and where did the day go kind of things when we're in the situation that we're all in. From here, we're going to bring ourselves up to standing, and we're going to remove some tension by working around through the hips. So as we come up to standing, and again, you can use a chair through the whole thing. Always feel free to use the chair for balance. We're going to stand nice and tall. So you're going to root down into your feet. Sweep the arms up. Push your feet down into the floor. So the contact points of your feet, the ball of the big and little toe, the inner and outer heels, the outside edges of the feet. Shoulder blades go down. Fingers reach to the sky. get long, feel the length of your spine, and then exhale, sweep your arms down and relax your toes. And again, we'll take a big breath in, lift and stretch. And then exhale to sweep down. Step your feet just a little bit wide and just roll your shoulders out. Shoulders and upper back, they're notorious places for holding tension, especially if you've been sitting a lot. And in this isolation and quarantine, a lot of us are watching television, we're reading, we're doing a lot of crafting and causing us to be sitting a lot more. I started knitting a sweater at the beginning of this and it's almost done, which is great. It normally takes me 6 months to do a sweater. Keep rolling the shoulders and I'm almost done. So that's a testament to how much sitting and knitting I've been doing. So rolling the shoulders, nice and loose. And then with the feet still a little bit apart and soft knees, we're just gonna bounce the knees and just let the arms swing loose. And you can let your arms strike right across the lower back and the lower belly. It's an area that's associated with your life force. Just let them swing. And then we're going to bring ourselves back into center. Take a big breath in, stretch up out of your low back. And then exhale, sweep your arms down. So one more for the shoulders and the upper back. So I'm going to show two versions. The gentler version is to just give yourself a hug. And then the knees will be a little bit softened here. And then as you breathe in, you're going to lift the elbows up. So easing into a very little bit of back bend here. And then as you exhale, we're going to round, push into the back of the heart, pull your belly into your spine. So again, it's breathing in. We lift into a little bit. This is similar to a cat-cow movement, only we're standing and we're really focusing in on the upper back and shoulders. For a little bit more of a challenging, a little bigger stretch, we're going to do the eagle arms. So we're going to sweep the right arm under the left, and then we'll bring the hands around. If your hands don't come together like this, you can just put the backs of your hands together. And then same thing, we're going to breathe in as we lift the elbows up. And we exhale, as we draw the elbows down, the chin comes toward the chest, we pull belly to spine. You might see this better from the side. Let me try this angle just so you can see maybe a little better this way. Breathing in, lift. And then breathing out, belly pulls in. Really nice stretch for the shoulders and the upper back. Breathe in and out. We'll come back into center, and if you were giving yourself a hug, just switch the arms so you're hugging yourself the other way. And if you're doing the eagle arms, this time we're going to sweep left under right. And again, backs of the hands can come together or palms, depending on your flexibility. Same thing, we're going to breathe in, lift, breathe out, pull belly to spine, soft knees, push to the back of the heart. Breathe in, nice big breath in. Exhale, press into the back of the heart. Open the shoulder blades away from each other, release tension. Breathe in, lift. And then breathe out. And we're going to bring ourselves back to center, interlace the hands. Take a nice big stretch up and lift up. Press into your feet and stretch through your front lines. Open up and release to center. So we'll come back into our mountain. Again, we're going to do the soft knees and we're going to do that little pulse, completely relaxing shoulders to fingertips. The arms are just kind of striking right across the low belly and the low back. Come back into center. And we're just gonna do a little release for the hips. And this is gonna be very gentle. A lot of stuff can get stuck in the hips, especially when we're sitting a lot. Everything just kind of sinks down, and we can get a lot of stuck negative energy right in this area of the body. So you're going to start by just stepping the feet just a little wider than the hips, and we're going to ease into some nice, easy hip circles. Again, feel free to hold on to your chair here. You could have your chair in front of you. So here I have my trusty imaginary chair that I use all the time. So here I'm holding on with 2 hands. And as you're moving your hips around, and you can feel that the femur bones rotating around in your hip socket, that's helping to clear it out. But also have an awareness of the long, flexible part of your spine that's coming down out of your rib cage. And really try to release through the spine as well. And you can let your hip circles open up as much as your body is willing to go. And we're working down in this area of the hips and the pelvis, so we're working with our water element. We want to feel like we're moving very fluid. Just let yourself relax into it, releasing the spine. And we're going to go in the other direction. Circle around. And some of you may be staying in small circles. Others of you may find that you're able to really open up and make some nice big hip circles, like we're kind of hula hooping in slow motion. Relaxing the spine. Keep your knees a little bit soft here so they don't feel locked. And then when we bring ourselves back into center, we're going to step the feet maybe just a little wider. And again, we have kind of soft knees. We don't want them bent, but we don't want them to feel like they're really stiff and locked here. And we're just going to go side to side. Nice and easy. Just like a pendulum. Back and forth. So releasing stuck energy, stagnation. Breathing deeply and completely. And then we're going to come back into center. And now you might be out as wide as you can go. And if you are, that's fine. If you can come out into a wider stance, we'll come into a nice big wide horse stance. So as wide as you can get out there. Don't think skinny pony. Think like a Budweiser Clydesdale. Big horse. Big wide horse stance. So we want to feel our feet. We've got the contact points of the feet pressing down. Especially try to press into the outside edges of your feet. And that way you'll avoid rolling your knees in. So you press down into those outside edges, the ball of the big and little toe, inner and outer heels. The toes are relaxed. I'm going to pulse. Spine is staying nice and straight. Feel like there's a straight line going from the crown right down through the tailbone. Just pulsing. Not about how low you can go. It's about clearing out the hips and knees. We're just pulsing. And this is helping to clear stuck energy. And if you don't believe in the energy body, that's fine. For your physical body, you're still encouraging fresh blood flow, fresh circulation to move through your joints, helping to keep them supple and lubricated. So just pulse. I'm going to push into the feet to come up. And I'm going to turn the toes to look toward each other. And you're going to feel something happening in your hip sockets here. As we turn toes in, the femurs start to spin in. So we get what we call an internal rotation here. So you're going to feel that. We're going to lengthen the spine, get nice and long. And then we're going to go no deeper than halfway to a forward bend. Now you might come a fraction of an inch. Maybe this is it for you. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, this isn't the time to be pushing yourself into new territory. We want to be nurturing our bodies, just keeping them healthy, We don't want to be moving in any way that feels forceful or aggressive right now. We don't want to take any chance on injury. So again, we don't want to go any deeper than flat back. And just a couple breaths here. And then to come out of this, we're going to push the outside edges of the feet down. We're going to bend the knees a little bit. Now pull belly to spine, lift with a flat back. Take a big breath in, stretch up out of your hips. Exhale and sweep down. And you turn the toes back out. Knees follow the lines of the toes. And we'll add a little option here. Now you can continue to do a gentle pulse. Or we can add a little swish. So we straighten the right leg as we swish over. And then we straighten the left as we swish to the right. So you can just kind of do a little pulse and swish. And again, we want to keep it light. We want to stay relaxed. This is about feeling better. It's not about impressing yourself with how deeply you can go into squats or knee bends. Just keep moving. That is the goal. Keep moving. Try to keep your spirits up. We're getting there. We are getting there. So swish and pulse. Swish and pulse. And we're going to move ourselves back to center. Let's do a little bit of that straight pulse in the middle and then push into your feet. Come up. Take a nice big breath in. Stretch. Stretch even more. Get taller. Exhale and sweep down. We're going to walk the feet in a little bit. You're going to go back to the pendulum. So you're going to go back the way we got out there. And then we're going to come back to center, walk in a little more, back to the hip circles. Nice, easy hip circles. Relaxing the spine. Feels so good to move. This feels really good if you've been sitting a long time. And a lot of times I'll tell people to do this if they've been on a long road trip or they've been sitting on a plane. Not many people have been on long plane trips these days, but you know what I mean. When we get that congestion in the low back where it just feels logy and congested, this is really nice for getting rid of that feeling. Going the other way. Breathe, move. Oh, feel the release through the spine, the low back. Tension easing out of the body. And then we'll circle our way back into center. As we come into mountain, take a big breath in, lift up, spread your toes wide. Exhale, sweep your arms down, take your deepest breath into back bend, stretch through your front lines. And now open up. Those of you flexible and forward bend, go all the way in. Otherwise, stop about a fourth of the way. Place your hands on the tops of the thigh bones. Press the thigh bones back and just see how it feels. If this is good for you, stay right here. You want to go a little deeper, try the half position. Let your hands slide down your legs. So we get about to where the spine's parallel with the floor. And this, when you come into that half position, this is where you really start to feel more energy moving through the backs of the legs and the backs of the legs releasing. Especially if you want to get into the space from the knees up to the sit bones. That hamstring area can hold a lot of tension. So just let that space open. Nice flat back without rounding. So we're hinging at the hips. We're not hunching here and putting any stress into the low back. Staying nice and long. Some of you will be able to go in deeper. You go where it makes sense for your body. So it's your forward bend. You take it as deeply as you want to. And then with soft knees and a slow roll, all the way up. Big breath in, lift and stretch the toes. Exhale, sweep down. Take a big breath to back bend. Open the arms, follow the heart. Reverse out, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release into mountain. And then you might use your chair here if you want to hold on to the chair. We're just going to lift. And then take your hand to the inside of your knee and we're just going to move it out to the side and back. And again, hold on to, I'm holding my invisible chair. So you're just going right to your point of resistance and releasing it. And then the next time you go out to meet your resistance, push into a little bit and hold, relaxing your foot. And we'll come back to center. Release, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we're just gonna lift. Hand to the inside of the knee, and again, we're just going out and back. And you might have moved to the other side of the chair so you can hold on. My trusty invisible chair. And now, the next time that you go to meet your resistance, hold. And we'll come back to center. Take a big breath in, lift up, stretch your toes. Exhale, sweep your arms down. Take a deep breath to back bend. Open the arms, follow the heart. And we'll reverse out, come all the way up. Hands to the heart. Release to mountain, step a little bit wide, soft knees. We're gonna do the pulse and swing. So we're gonna do a little bit of tapping, and this is gonna be for stimulating your immune system and stimulating lymphatic flow in the body. So every time when we start moving and exercising, we're doing that. We're helping to stimulate the lymphatic flow in the body, which needs us to move because it doesn't have a pump. Like your blood has the heart to pump it. Your lymphatic system moves because we move it, and it's really a big ally to your immune system. We bring ourselves back into center. And we'll just stand with the feet a little bit wide and the knees soft. We're going to take our fingertips and we're going to tap right around the ribs in the front. So just tapping right on the ribs. This is associated with your spleen. So digestion, metabolism, immune system. Just tap vigorously. Nothing that I'm saying is approved by the FDA. Please don't take it as medical advice. I'm passing on ancient wisdom to you that makes me feel better, so I hope that it will make you feel better too. So then we're gonna come from here and we're gonna come up and we're gonna tap on the heart. So this is the area of your thymus gland. So I'll give that a vigorous thump. And we're going to tap right under where the collarbones end here, right underneath the collarbones on the inside. There's a soft spot in there, so you're going to tap in there. It's associated with your kidney meridian. And your kidneys are very much associated, or your kidney energy, it's associated with your life force and your vitality. So this is really good for helping to fight fatigue. Okay, so the next one is going to be optional. We're not supposed to be touching our faces, but if you've been using your hand sanitizer and washing your hands and you feel comfortable touching your face, take your fingertips and tap right under your eyes. It's associated with the stomach. And then just to kind of clear our thinking, take your hands and place them so your little fingers are right in the space between the eyebrows, so right at the third eye point. We're going to press with just a little bit of pressure and then pull them apart a little. Just press and pull, just about an inch or so. clear perception, clear intuition, clear thinking. And you can go right up to the crown. Just kind of press and pull. You can drum your fingers right on the crown. And then when you drum the fingers all the way down the back of the head. And then come around and massage all around your ears where they join into your head. Just give a massage in that area all the way around. Massage, massage. And then take the hands and very gently just tap the sides of your neck. Very gently, just like little love taps. And then open your hands and massage the back of the neck from the base. Right in, get in those muscles that come up from the shoulders and join into the neck. Right in there and right up to the base of the skull. And then when you come around, tilt your chin up and very gently, just stroke your throat. This helps to calm your nerves. And then take the backs of the hands, slide right down your midline when you come around and massage the kidneys. So you're going to lean forward, and so you're getting right into this low rib area here. Now, if it's hard for you to have your hands in this position, you could flip them around and massage your kidneys with your thumbs. So again, we just make it work, whatever we can do. And then slide your hands down and right where you can feel in your low back, those dimples in there around the sacroiliac joint, just tap those. Tapping on the low back. And now make fists and just kind of pound into the fat part of your rear end. And then take the hands and I'm going to slide them down the outside lines of the legs. If you're able to brush over your feet and your big toes, come up the inside lines. It's a little massage here, a little yin massage as we come up over the hips, doing a cross at the navel. Slide up the arms. Press your thumbs into your lung points. Those are going to be at the other end of the collarbones, right under there in that soft spot. You can press with steady pressure or massage in there. Your lung points are associated with purification, with detoxing. So respiration, we detox a little bit with every exhalation. And you can slide your hands down. You might spin your wrists around and then interlace your fingers. Turn the palms up and get long. Straighten the elbows. Push into the sky. With your next breath in, we're going to breathe in as we bring the hands toward the heart. I'm going to turn palms down. We're going to exhale through the mouth as we push to the earth. Breathe into the heart. Turn the palms up. Exhale, push the sky. Breathe into heart, in through the nose. Through the mouth, exhale, push earth. And breathe in. Exhale, push the sky. Exhale down. Flick your hands out like you're shaking out any icky, sticky stuff. Just shake it out. Any bad chi, any negativity, stuck energy. Flick it out. And then bend your knees a little bit. Sink back into your heels and just shake. Just shake. Whole body shake. Really good for the cells. It's jiggling everything up. It's going to feel really good when it's done. And I'm trying to keep the video fairly short, so you can shake as much as you want to. I would suggest shaking for a good 5 minutes. Right here, we're just doing a little demo. Feels good though. You can even like kind of step around, shake your legs, shake out your hips, anything, just anything goes here. Just shake. We'll come back into center. Finish up with cannon fire breath. Big in through the nose, blow it out through the mouth. I'm going to do 2 more. And last time, big in. Blow it out. So let's take a nice breath in. Lift and stretch the toes. Exhale, sweep arms down. Breathe deep to back bend. Stretch through those front lines. Open the arms, follow the heart. We're going to reverse out, all the way up. And hands come to the heart. And I'm going to leave you here today. As always, I would suggest this would be a nice time to do a little meditation if you want to do some conscious breathing, or you might just want to listen to some music and lie down for a few minutes, give yourself a little shavasana time. I hope that this was a nice little pick-me-up for you. I know I feel better. I hope you do too. Until we see each other again, be well, be safe. Namaste.